For number 2, Acrobat and Clown. An acrobat of mass jumps upwards of a trampoline with an initial speed. At a height, the acrobat grabs a clown of mass. Assume that the time the acrobat takes to the clown is negligibly small. What is the maximum height reached by the acrobat and clown? Write your answer in terms of some or all of the following. So, what the fuck? So the first thing we need to do is to find the acrobat speed at height. So we have here our initial speed as u, and our final speed as v, and our acceleration and displacement where acceleration is negative g and displacement is h sub 0. And then we have here an equation. So this is from the kinematic formula. And then so next sa button is i-substitute na to sila. So since our v squared or our v nato is v sub 1, so that's why v sub 1 the same thing as sa u plus 2as, so that's why v sub 1 is equal to v sub 1 squared is equal to v sub 0 squared plus 2, or acceleration is negative g and our displacement is h sub 0. And then ato na siyang i-combine. So v sub 1 squared is equal to v sub 0 squared is, so positive and negative, that's why may mo siyang negative 2gh sub 0. And then para pangitaon na to ang iyahang final speed, kuha na to ang iyang square. So what we need to do is square root na to siya, square root, and then that's why the square root of v sub 1 squared is v sub 1, and then pabili na din na siya. So where acrobat speed at height is equal to is v sub 1 is equal to square root of v sub 0 squared minus 2gh sub 0. Next is where the acrobat grabs the clown. So that means they had a collision since the acrobat has a speed upward since the acrobat jumps, since gigrab niya ang clown. So the clown is at rest. So this is the clown, then ang acrobat niya jump siya and grabs the clown at rest. So that means they had a collision since they collide and they stick together. So we have here, before collision, we have m sub a times v sub 1 plus mb. Since mb is 0, so m0 na siya, so ang mabili na lang is ma v sub 1. And then after the collision, we have the equation m sub a plus m sub b times v sub 2. And then ang among giwas here is kuha lang siya, before is equal to after collision. So motong kanin mo siyang m sub a times v sub 1 is equal to this one after the collision, m sub a plus m sub b times v sub 0 v sub 2. And then to get the v sub 2, since we are to get the v sub 2, divide siya both sides by m sub a plus m sub b. So cancel na siya, probably na v sub 2 and kanap siya. So ma v sub 1 is equal to ma plus mb is equal to v sub 2. And then since nakita naman to ang v sub 1 diri sa itong height sa acrobat speed at height, so ato na siyang substitute. So that's when himo siyang m sub a m sub a na siya, sir. M sub a square root of v sub 0 squared is equal minus 2gh sub 0 over ma plus mb, since kana is equal to v2. So mo na siya ang new upward speed right after grabbing the clown. And now we have and now we are going to find how high they rise after catching. So like how high gina-catch na, then how high they rise after. And then so we have here our final velocity is equal to 0, our initial velocity is equal to the v sub 2 which we had found already here sa katong pag-grab sa Acrobat sa Clown. And then we have our acceleration is equal to negative g, and our delta h is equal to h sub f is equal to, minus h sub 0. So again, here we have our kinematic equation, and then substitute. So vf is equal to 0, so 0, same thing as v sub 1 plus 2a delta h. So v sub 1 is equal to v sub 2 plus 2 negative g times hf minus h sub 0. Then 0 squared is equal to 0, and then v squared is equal v sub 2 squared is equal to v sub 2 squared minus, since 2 plus and minus, so it'll become minus, so negative 2g, and then hf minus h sub 0. And then the next thing I did was para it will become mabilin ang delta h, ako siyang let's say transpose, and then that's why instead of negative na siyang positive. So and kani ako po siyang gihimong delta h, since h sub f minus h sub 0 is still the delta h. So 2g delta h is equal to v sub, oh no, sorry sir, it's v sub 0, v sub 2 squared. So and then para mawala ang 2g and magpabilan ng delta h, again what I said earlier, divide both sides by 2g. So divide, cancel, and that's why delta h is equal to v squared, v sub 2 squared over 2g. And then since we already have found our v sub 2 katong from earlier, and then that's why substitute na to siya diri. So delta h is equal to the m sub a square root of v sub 0 squared minus 2g h sub 0 over ma plus mb, and then since by 2g, so over 2g. And then what I did next is since napay squared here, that's why distribute, that's the word, distribute. So cancel, like m sub a squared is m sub a squared, and then square root of v sub 0 squared minus 2g h sub 0 is equal to v sub 0 squared minus 2g h sub 0, since na-cancel man na siya, cancel. And then over 2g m sub a plus m sub b squared, since distribute. And then what happened here, nahimo siyang 2g, since ako na siyang gi-reciprocal, so mahimo na siyang 2g over 1. So that's why nahimo siyang 2g times m sub a plus m sub b squared. So this is how high they rise after catching. And then now we are going to find the total max height. And now to find the total or the final maximum height by the Acrobat and Clown. So diba earlier I had this delta h is equal to h sub f minus h sub 0. So what I did is, like here we have that delta h is equal to that one, and then what I did is ako siyang gihimong h sub f oh my god, that's h sub f minus h sub 0, sorry sir, and then is equal to ma squared v 0 squared over minus 2g h sub 0 over 2g times m sub a plus m sub b squared. So since we gipangita man nato is ang final height or the final maximum height, what I did is gitranspose nato si h sub 0 diri. So since like kanar man ang pangipangita, so instead of negative nemo siyang positive, so that's why h sub f is equal to h sub 0 plus m sub a squared times v sub 0 squared minus 2g h sub 0 over 2g times m sub a plus m sub b squared. So I think that is how to find the maximum height reached by the acrobat and the clown. Thank you, sir.